That's the real miracle. The miracle is, at the darkest and coldest time of year, to not give up and to use what little we have. And maybe, just maybe, a miracle might happen within us, and it will be enough. The story of Hanukkah is one of the most famous in all of Judaism and in fact in all of the world. Let me tell you the story of Hanukkah right out of the words of the Talmud. What is Hanukkah? Our rabbis taught. On the 25th day of Kislev commence the days of Hanukkah, which are 8 days on which lamentation and fasting are forbidden. For when the Hellenists entered the temple, they defiled all of the oil in it. And when the Hasmonean dynasty prevailed against and defeated them, they made search and found only 1 jar of oil, which lay with the seal of the high priest, but which contained sufficient for 1 day's lighting only. Yet a miracle occurred, and the light burned for 8 days. The following year these days were appointed as a festival, with the recital of psalms of praise and thanksgiving. That's the story right out of the Talmud in its own words. And it depicts the miracle of Hanukkah, the 1 day's worth of oil lasting for 8 days, as a supernatural event. But what does this have to do with you and me? Maybe there's a more human side to the miracle of Hanukkah. The commentator Eliyahu Kitov offers this explanation that I think might speak to you and me. He says, what's the real miracle of Hanukkah? Is it that the oil lasted for 8 days? Actually, no. He said the real miracle of Hanukkah is that even though they knew they only had 1 day's worth of oil, they bothered to light it anyway. They could have said, you know what, we don't have enough. Why try? We give up. But they took what little they had and they made the best of it. And they lit the oil, and God met them halfway and made it sufficient, long enough for them to be able to manufacture new oil to keep the light burning. And when you feel burnt out, when you feel like you don't have any more to give, the fact that you and I can keep trying, that we can offer what little we have, and God might just meet us halfway and make it enough, make it sufficient. That's the real miracle. The miracle is, at the darkest and coldest time of year, to not give up and to use what little we have. And maybe, just maybe, a miracle might happen within us, and it will be enough. Happy Hanukkah.